Welcome back to Saint-Emilion, where I'm tasting through a range of wines from 2007 vintage. Once again, I'd like to say that this vintage probably got a fairly bad reputation, but I really liked many of the wines from the beginning. I mean, there's the people who worked seriously, they meet and did a selective picking and picked late and ripe. They made some really good wines, and then of course there's a quite vast quantities of less interesting wine too. But let's focus on what's interesting and go back to the selection of Saint-Emilion Grand Cru Classé. This is Château Soutard, and I think that this wine represents, I think it's a very good representative of the vintage. It's not a super concentrated or rich or lush wine in any way. However, it's still well made with ripe fruit without greenness or anything in there. I like the nose of this one, which is quite typical. We do have some earth mineral, we do get wild berry fruit in there, and there's a fine spiciness, and this is roughly around 30% is Cabernet Franc in this one, and I always love this variety, and you know, those dimensions we get when, you know, that spiciness that comes from Cabernet Franc. I just love it. It's a nice mouthfeel. It's quite silky, I mean, in terms of the fruit. Vibrant and crunchy fruit. We do have raspberry, plum, freshly crushed berries in there, still with an emphasis on the fruit. I think already that the oak is quite well integrated, and it stays on the palate for a while with a hint of vanilla and spice on the finish. So a well-made but lightly structured wine to drink fairly on. I would drink this from, actually from now. Well, actually I'm drinking it right now. So, but I mean, for restaurants or for consumers, buy it today, start to drink it today, give it decantation or aeration, I should say, before drinking it, and pair it with. It's an easy wine to work with food. With this style, I'd opt for something like, you know, just a perfectly roasted chicken, veal with pork, with more structured fish dishes. So I mean, the list can go on. Cheers.